every organization will start from the zero, because a lot of things which they do in their day-to-day business things are falling somewhere in the ESG bucket also. So I would say at least 25% of the work from the ESG point of view they are already doing. Probably they may not be aware of, but they are doing. So they need to get aligned. They need to assess where they are, what are they doing, what they wanted to do further. So they can do the current as assessment of their state.
Hello and welcome back to FaceTime with Leaders, a signature podcast by Directors Institute, World Council of Directors, where we sit down with the minds shaping the future of business, governance, and innovation. Today's guest, any guesses? A name that resonates across boardrooms, digital corridors, and transformation summits alike. Yes, Mr. Alok Sharma, Global Head of Enterprise Transformation and Digital Consulting at TCS, a thought leader, a certified workplace coach, and someone who has been at the helm of change for nearly 3 decades. Mr. Sharma, it's an honor to have you with us today.
Thank you very much. It's really a pleasure to be here and looking forward to having a real conversation today with you.
So from architecting enterprise-wide transformation strategies to mentoring the next generation of leaders, Mr. Sharma, your work has consistently bridged business vision with technological depth. And I must say, few professionals can blend consulting, innovation, and coaching with such clarity.
Yeah, I appreciate this. For me, it's always been driving the impact, whether it is the client or the team members or employees or the stakeholders at large. So all the component of this are actually important.
Absolutely. All right, so let's start our conversation. Mr. Sharma, take us through your journey in your own words. What were those early steps that brought you to where you are today?
In fact, my career started almost 3 decades back. And when I joined, after the college, when I joined one of the leading media house of the country as a software engineer. And that's what the time actually when I learned a lot of tenets of software development, managing the customers, meeting the business requirements, and then addressing through the technology. So a lot of learning has happened. And then after working in that company for a couple of years, then I decided to move into the more core technological companies where I can brush up my skills, technology skills, and serve the customers more on the technology side. So I joined one leading IT company, and being part of that company, I was focusing more on the business applications in the area of customer relationship management. While working on that, I got a chance to travel further abroad to United States, and I worked for a couple of clients over there. I was in the US for a couple of years and managed a couple of multiple engagements for customers in CRM space. After a few years there, I decided that, okay, I think we should go back and settle in India and then pursue my career way back. Coming back to country. So I came back and then moving into the career, I joined one company as a CRM expert. And that's where actually when I got opportunity to lead the larger engagement with the larger teams and also supporting multiple CRM application products. So being in the CRM space for multiple years, then I again further stood up into my career, and I joined another leading organization, and I shifted from Delhi to Bangalore to take that role, and I led a team of more than 450 people globally, and that was actually the one of the most challenging role for me. And that's where I learned multidisciplinary teams, multi-geographical teams, multinational people in the team, right? So many new aspects were there, which actually I could successfully worked upon. And that's where actually I managed multiple stakeholders also, having the multiple different backgrounds, from the country and regional side. And so after that, by that time, it's almost 2 decades of my career. Then I thought of have moving into the different areas of the expertise. And then I joined TCS as the Center of Excellence head for CRM applications. Uh, Coming back here in the CRM space, then I was completely moved away from delivering the projects instead of working on the internal capability building, solution building through the Center of Excellence. And that's where actually I moved on, and then slowly new other areas keep on adding into my portfolio. And after some time, I was heading the Oracle application stack for all the application, including CRM as well as ERP and all other business applications from Oracle. So that also went for a couple of years. Then I thought, I think there is something missing. So I think I need to brush up my skills and knowledge. Then I decided to join the IIM Executive Management Program from IIM Lucknow. And I completed that and then shifted towards completely on the business consulting space. So since then, I'm actually doing the business consulting for my customers. And these days, currently, I'm heading the domain consulting function for technology software services unit, especially in the professional services space, and supporting my customers in business transformation, digital transformation, as well as the sustainability-led business initiatives. So this is the very crisp of the last 30 years, which I have coming up.
That's such a rich journey, Mr. Sharma. And I love how you have connected those shifts across industries and roles so fluidly. It really gives our audience a sense of how layered and intentional this path has been for you. All right. So, Mr. Alok Sharma, I have to say, what really stands out is how consistently you have not just led teams, but built ecosystems that thrive. And speaking of that, your work in setting up centers of excellence for Oracle and Sibyl is no small feat. Now, anyone can set up a COE on paper, but to make it breadth, to make it innovate, that takes vision. And I'm curious to know what's been your blueprint for building COEs that aren't just functional units, but forward looking engines of change?
Right. I think it's a brilliant question. So establishing a COE or Center of Excellence is a strategic decision of a company, right? It is the main objective of setting up the Center of Excellence is to centralize the expertise. So they can have a very focused, centralized focus on some of the capabilities which they really wanted to build. And so they have to really look forward that which is the area they wanted to build the Center of Excellence, what are the standardized practicing and solutioning they wanted to focus on, and so that they can actually continuously drive their innovation journey across the organization. So to set up this COE, there are multiple nuances involved there. So I would say that first of all, it's really important to define the objectives and the scope for the COE. What exactly you wanted to do with this, and get the buy-in and the approval from the leadership and the executives of the company, so that they should be also aligned to the what exactly you are looking for and what you want to achieve. Then you need to define the governance framework and the methodologies which you are going to use in the Center of Excellence function. Then certainly looking into the right investments in the technology and tools which may be required to run the Center of Excellence, and then build the right skills and multidisciplinary teams. For example, the techies, the business analysts, solution architects, and the project managers, and so on. So, what all kind of different roles you may need to run the Center of Excellence and to support the other functions. Then you also need to identify the or do the continuous research and innovation in that space, so that you should be also up to the mark what is happening in the market, what is happening in the outside world, and how to you can get aligned to that, how you can prepare the organization to meet the demand which is coming in the future, so that you can look forward from the technology capability building, the skills and upskill and cross-skilling the employees and resources, and also looking for the right investment at the right time. Instead of otherwise, what will happen? The entire world will move on, and you may leave behind. So you need to have the right time to invest on those areas. uh, Proactively building some kind of a solutions or proof of concept, so that you should be able to show the what is going to happen once this technology or something new is coming up, and so that the center of excellence can do the early fail is something that's what actually we do in the business, right? Early fail is always good to the it's always better than actually you fail the later point of time. So you can do that, all possibilities in the conducting the proof of concept, and then certainly looking into the continuous improvement and supporting the other functions with your findings, your POCs and all that, and measuring the success, what the kind of success rate you are bringing on the table, and report to your senior management, so that they can also get what kind of effectiveness this center of excellence is building. I hope I covered all the aspects of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's really powerful. And I can feel the intention behind it. It's not just about structure, but about shaping a space where innovation becomes a habit. Really very insightful, Mr. Sharma. All right. So, Mr. Sharma, hearing how you built those centers of excellence, it's clear you have never approached transformation as a checkbox exercise. And that brings me to something I have been meaning to ask you. You have led transformation programs across some of the most intricate software landscapes globally. What's one big myth about transformations that, in your view, leaders really need to let go of?
Yeah, I think very interesting question. And this question actually most of the people ask when we go to while talking to the customers also. So, to my view, the biggest myth about the transformation is that the people believe it's a one-time exercise. So, transformation is not the one-time exercise. It is an ongoing activity which companies can actually follow to meet their future targets or the aspirations to reach to some certain level, right? So many leaders think that okay, if they have implemented the right technology or new technology, new processes or new business model, and that is done, now it will actually give them the right expected results from now onwards, and they don't need anything to be done in the future. But that's not the case, right? They have to continuously looking into what where are the adjustments need to be done, what kind of corrections they need to do as they move forward. So transformation is kind of a uh, everyday exercise which they need to look into this. And also the truth is lying in day to day things which they do and how effective it is. So they have to look from that perspective. And also another very important aspect of transformation is the change management, right? Because once any organization look into the or enters into transformation program, so the biggest impact which is there on the technology, and the second biggest impact is on the people. So if you are not aligning to the people, or your transformation program is not aligned to the company's culture and their business strategic objectives, so it is not going to give you the right outcome. So the important thing is that it allows you to not only adopting the new technology or processes, but also to shift your mindset so that you can actually get the right benefits from the transformation program.
Absolutely, Mr. Sharma. And sometimes we forget that real transformation isn't just about systems. As you rightly said, it's about mindset shifts too. So, Mr. Sharma, I really liked how you cut through the noise and called out that myth so clearly. It's the kind of clarity that only comes from deep, deep experience. And now, sticking with that thread of clarity, when you are guiding clients through enterprise application modernization, what would you say are your top three non negotiables that absolutely must be in place for it to succeed?
Good question, Sunny, again. Uh, so, to my understanding, the for any enterprise application modernization initiative uh, will have multiple non-negotiable things, but to precisely on the three. So I would say that the very first thing is the clear vision and strategic alignment. So they should have a very, very clear vision that what exactly they are trying to achieve, why it is crucial, right? What exactly they are trying to upgrade, whether it is a technology modernization or it's a business process modernization or the simply the product modernization from the application point of view, right? And why it is required, because if it is clearly articulated from your vision and strategic side, then you should have a clear mandate to the entire organization. You should communicate the right messaging to the all the level of the organization from top to bottom, so that all the teams should work in a cohesive way and you can get the right results out of it. Otherwise, what will happen then? People will be working in a different directions. Their efforts will not be combined, and fragmented efforts in the multiple direction. It is not going to work or not going to bring any right outcome. Second, the non-negotiable component from my side will be the again the robust change management, because any modernization application modernization exercise will bring a lot of change ultimately to the users. And if you are not synchronizing the users from the day one, then it might be creating a problem at the later point of time. Then you will be facing a lot of difficulties on the user adoption. And many I have seen many programs which are failed because of lack of user adoption at the later point of time, and companies lost millions of dollars in that investment, because they wanted to achieve something without bringing on the users as a stakeholder into the program and taking their feedback. So that's also very important thing, that you should look into that, how this modernization program is going to impact the different stakeholders, including users. And you should take care of their needs, how it is going. You need to clearly communicate to them that how this new application is going to solve their day-to-day problem, how it is going to help them. So if they are getting the seeing the benefits, then certainly it will be easy for them to adopt that new system. And the third important non-negotiable thing will be the scalability and flexible technology. So when we take the modernization program in initiative, it is not for few months or for few years, right? It's always thinking from the multiple years, at least 5 to 7 or up to 10 years down the line. So you have to keep one thing in mind, that okay, what the new technology or application you are going to use, it should be flexible enough so that if it is required, you can scale, right? The scalability is really important. You cannot actually plan your modernization program only for considering for today's needs. Tomorrow you might add, you may have multiple new business models adopted. You are expanding into multiple geographies, right? You can do many things in the down the in coming year. So your current architecture which you are planning, you should be able to address those changes. Otherwise, you have to rework everything, and you are going to you need to reinvest the entire money again for those applications. So, these are the three non-negotiable things which I would say that are required. So, you should have a clear vision, should have a proper change management, and a scalable and flexible architecture for the program. The rest of the things you can certainly plan and fine tune as and when the needs are there.
That's so well structured, Mr. Sharma. And I think those 3 points really give us, our listeners, a clear sense of where the real groundwork in modernization needs to happen. Mr. Sharma, with the kind of impact you have already created across transformation, mentoring, innovation, it naturally makes us wonder what's next for you. I mean, do you see yourself stepping into more strategic boardroom roles in the future? Or perhaps there is a new vision or aspiration you are quietly working towards that still fuels your drive today?
Yeah, I think as I said in the beginning, Sunny, I have shifted my career in multiple frames, right? From the technology to the business, and then to the consulting. So like that, actually, this is the time again. I'm thinking that I think now I need to look into some different aspect of my career, and that's what actually I thought. Let me learn some new things, especially in the governing governance areas, like I can do some kind of independent directorship or something which we can foresee. So I found that I can build this new area of my career from on the legacy which I built for myself. But there are some more additional skills which I need to build upon, because that's what actually I used to do whenever I was shifting my career. I used to build some new skills in me, and then it was easy for me to move into the direction. So similarly, this time I'm thinking that okay, there are some areas which I need to really focus on. Certainly, understanding the global governance expertise, what are there, I can certainly look into. More deep understanding of ESG leadership from the business perspective. And this is the time I think we should look into more and more networking with the like-minded people, getting more expert people in the industry, which I can actually really learn from, and some academic advancements, some new skills, new topics, some areas which are there, especially in the boardroom dynamics, which I need to really learn on, and also strategic leadership developments, which are probably are required for me to look into this. So I'm working to enhance all these areas as a leadership capabilities and other nuances, and stay ahead in the evolving digital in the global business environment. So, further solidify my strength as a forward-looking leader, I'm positioning myself for the new leadership opportunities that will certainly fulfill my aspirations going forward in my career.
So, Mr. Sharma, hearing your long-term vision, it's clear that purpose drives a lot of what you do. And one area where that really shows is in how you have championed sustainability within transformation programs at TCS. So, for companies that are just starting to take ESG seriously, what would your honest advice be, especially in terms of getting it right from the ground up?
Yeah. So ESG is actually one of the area which is added into my portfolio just recently. I mean, a couple of months back, and I'm also building my knowledge into this area. But what we have seen, uh, most of the people, most of the organizations are considering ESG as a check the box exercise. So, I mean, it is, they're thinking, okay, there are some regulatory bodies or compliance mechanisms which are there, which they need to follow and get comply, and their task is done. So that is something that the mindset actually they should really change, and they should look forward into getting the more value addition into their business through the ESG initiatives. So, to my advice for the companies which are actually starting on the ESG seriously, so there are multiple things which I would suggest them to follow. One is the commitment from the leadership. They should really get the commitment that okay, we are now entering into this aspect, and we need some level of investment from the monetary investment or effort or time, so which actually should be aligned. So this will help not only the company but even the all stakeholders who are involved directly or indirectly. Then bringing more awareness into the organization. So internal education or awareness on ESG is required holistically across the board in the organization. Then you should then they should also look into the what is their current status, what is the current ESG status, where they are currently standing. I will not say that I mean every organization will start from the zero, because a lot of things which they do in their day-to-day business things are falling somewhere in the ESG bucket also. So I would say at least 25% of the work from the ESG point of view they are already doing. Probably they may not be aware of, but they are doing. So they need to get aligned. They need to assess where they are, what are they doing, what they wanted to do further. So they can do the current as is assessment of their state. Then set the clear and measurable goals, what they wanted to achieve in the target measures, and the timeline, what and when they wanted to achieve those targets. And then integrate that to the business decision making. So whatever the business related decision making they are doing, they have to keep those targets in mind, what they have already set for themselves, right? Then they should also focus on complete transparent reporting. So whatever the progress they are doing in the ESG space, they should honestly and transparently they should look into that and report. This will also they can also look into the engaging the other stakeholders into this initiative. So whether they have the customers or their vendors or even the sponsors or the board members, so they should actually talk to all relevant stakeholders and bring them on board, and they keep on telling them what is the progress happening in that space, right? And also encourage innovation in this. What additionally they can do? Any they could do some kind of internal idea collection from the employees or the other people. Look how we can do better considering some ESG related initiatives. Um, One important point is that they should avoid over promising. Yeah. Due to some enthusiastic way, they are over promising to the customers or somebody, other stakeholders, okay, we will do this, and they are giving very tough target for themselves. So it is not going to solve the purpose, and probably you may fail in the meantime. And time to time, they can seek some kind of a validation from the external experts. So the what they are doing, what you are trying to achieve, get some feedback, continue. I mean, periodic feedback from some experts. Uh, you should also put some kind of a long-term commitment on that, so that it should not be the target which you have set for a couple of months or quarters, but actually you can say, okay, I want to achieve the net zero in next 10 years. So that is something which is doable or probably achievable. But if somebody is saying, no, I can do it in just 1 year or 2 years down the line, suddenly it's not possible. So just try to avoid those scenarios and see the long-term proper commitment from this. And certainly the foster accountability. So what you are promising, what you are putting the targets, there should be some experts. I mean, some accountability should be there with somebody, and also looking into the what value adds you are doing. So bringing ESG in your core value chain, you have to see the what value you are building. It should not be considered as one of the compliance or mandatory things which you need to follow just because of being compliant, but looking into that what value you are adding into your business. So unless that is not there, it's very difficult to achieve those targets.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Mr. Sharma, before we wrap up, I would love to touch on something closer to home. You recently joined Directors Institute. Given your vast experience, I'm curious, how has that journey been so far?
I think very interesting question. In fact, I wanted to share this experience also. I joined Directors Institute just a couple of weeks back, and again, as I mentioned earlier that I'm shifting my career slowly into some different areas. So this was one of the areas which actually I really wanted to pursue, and I found that the Directors Institute is helping me to achieve those aspirations which I set for myself. And I found this whatever the curriculum I'm getting through the Directors Institute, it is helping me to get the comprehensive understanding of modern boardroom dynamics, and also understanding the traditional governance and contemporary challenges which organizations used to face, and how boardrooms are solving those things. Uh, it is also helping me to enhancing my strategic and decision making capabilities, uh, which there are a lot of components into that which goes into the not only from the academic learnings but from the interpersonal things also, which are helping to enhance your strategic decision making capabilities. uh, Another area which the Director Institute is really helping me to expand my professional network. There are a lot of like-minded people there in the in this industry, various industries, and I can actually connect with them and learn from their experience, their expertise. So that's really one of the important things which I'm getting. And also, it's providing me opportunity to continue the academic advancement, to get some new certifications and new learnings into the uh, various areas. So I certainly wanted to extend my heartfelt thanks and appreciation to the Directors Institute for their invaluable support in enhancing my career and their comprehensive program, especially this ICDP which I'm pursuing. It's providing me the knowledge and global insight which is needed to elevate my career for future endeavors. So networking with people is really very essential to proceed further to the next higher levels of the career. And Director Institute is really helping in those areas for me. So I really wanted to thank the Director Institute for providing on me this opportunity and helping me in this journey.
That's absolutely wonderful to hear, Mr. Sharma. And I think your perspective really captures the kind of depth and relevance the Institute aims to offer.
Well, yeah, absolutely. This is really incredible.
So let me tell you, Mr. Sharma, this conversation has been nothing short of insightful. From unpacking the real layers of transformation to the clarity you brought on leadership, sustainability, and future readiness, it's been a masterclass for sure.
I really enjoyed this session, and the questions which you asked, I think, really insightful, and I hope I could provide some information and justify the questions also.
Absolutely. The kind of clarity, the depth, and the humility with which you speak, it really shows, truly. And thank you once again for being with us today.
Thank you. It's really a pleasure to be here and reflect myself in terms of these questions and express myself. Thank you very much, Sunny. Thank you very much.
Thank you once again, Mr. Sharma. And to everyone tuning in, that was Mr. Alok Sharma on FaceTime with Leaders by Directors Institute. Until next time, keep learning, keep leading. Thank you so much and have a nice time.